Hey everybody, and welcome to Nerd Dad's Gaming Lair. Ooh, there we go. I had a little bit of a freeze there. Tonight we're going to continue building my first ever Roblox obby. So this is the Escape the Virus obby. And for those of you that didn't catch the last episode of this, and if you want to, go back and watch it. It is on our Facebook page, facebook.com/NerdDadsLair. I will take you through it real quick. So the whole premise of this obby is that you're kind of working your way through the year 2020. Which has been kind of a mess, right? So the setting for this first section of the obby is the parking lot of your local Blocksmart. So I obviously copyright material here. I can't use Walmart, so it's Blocksmart. But notice it does have a blue logo, and the door is way over there. So the goal here, let me go up a little bit so you see, is that there is a like ziggy-zaggy pattern going through this parking lot. And I'm going to litter it with obstacles that the players have to overcome. Also, what I talked about on the first episode was that I played a lot of obbies with my daughter, and a lot of times people just throw these things together with zero consideration for what they look like, or sticking with any kind of theme. It's just really piecemealed. Hey Colton, heart back to you too. I'm not going to do that with my obby. I want it to be really thought out. And make a little sense. So, I wanted some obstacles like this water, for instance. So I put a wrecked car there with a fire hydrant. So there was an explanation for the water being there. There's a drain for it to go to, and I even boxed the drain in, so it didn't look like it was just a hole in the ground, and made the water kind of go into it a bit. So, for those of you that did watch last time, what we were working on was this section over here. Where you have to kind of walk this tightrope of caution tape between these things. Now, normally there would be a whole crowd full of people in here. I had a little bit of an issue with population in this area. So all the characters that I put in here apparently had animations to walk randomly. That becomes an issue because I have this filled in with this invisible block. The reason for the large invisible block is that if you fall on it, you die. So as soon as I started up test mode, I instantly had a whole boatload of people running around the obby and making the game super laggy. So I nixed that. We're going to come back and fill that in. But I have done a couple other things since then, and I'm going to actually go into play mode to show you this. So it actually loads significantly faster now that I've kind of minimize some things. I took a lot of seats out of the vehicles so that they're not drivable. I also anchored them better so that they don't have a tendency to float and have to redo their physics. Anyway, so you'll see I added this team thing, and what that actually does is track your spawn levels. So I'm on the first spawn, therefore I'm in level 1. So I added some scripts to the obstacles, like this water. See, if I touch the water, I die now. That was not the case previously. I had not coded that yet. So now it functions like a real obby. There's a little bit of a risk factor. See, if I touch the water, I'm dead. I'm going to make it through this first one because I did a couple of things to the second level as well that needed some attention, and I haven't got tests. I'm terrible at this. My own obby is too hard for me. That's a bad day. All right. Okay. All right. Pause. Pause for a minute. Take a breath. All right. Now let's jump on the shopping cart appropriately. All right. Now the boxes. I jumped too far. See, it's supposed to be difficult. The whole idea is that it's difficult. But hopefully the maker of said obby can get through level 1. You would imagine, right? I did this a minute ago. I promise I can do this. All right. Anyway, so if I get on this pad, now you'll see that I changed to Team 2. So I will respawn at the second spawn point. And I have a fully functional hand sanitizing station right here at this spawn point. Alright, so this is what I added, because this trash down here is the obstacle. And I found that the trash, it comes with its own sound. It's really cool. I found that the trash had these weird edges that were clear, so you can't see them, but if you step on them, you still die. So I added this little box to make a little pathway. I died. Okay, anyway, that was the test. So the box works. So I put the box right on top of the trash obstacle here, and we should be good. So I just tested that. So I'm going to go back into build mode. All right, we're back in build mode now. I'll show you the next level that I did. I have created this pizza box obstacle with old trashy pizza boxes. You have to jump between them, right? That's a pretty standard obby obstacle. Nothing too crazy there. Then on this one, which I think will be the 5th level. Yes, level 5. Okay. So on the 5th level, I have this ominous vent, right? So this mist used to kill you if you walked through it. I have that disabled. But I am gonna what I think I'm gonna do is try some balance beaming above this. So similar to what we did back here with the caution tape, I think. Um, I think that's what I want to do. So let's go get some resources for this. So my thought is, again, I don't want to do anything just randomly. I kind of want it to make sense. So I was looking for lamps. I love lamp. Yes. Someone will post that meme. I was looking for good like work lamps that are tall because I'm thinking that a Gary's mod speedrun level. You'll have to explain to me what that is, Colton. Maybe I'm just maybe I'm just not that smart. It's possible. Um, so I used this work light previously, but I'm trying to think of tall things that would randomly be in here. I'm thinking something really tall, something I really want to get up on. So highway lights. That's kind of a good search. There's some promising things in here. Big highway light. What the heck, man? It must be big. Put me all the way under the level. Holy crap, that's way too big. That might be a little large for your average block smart parking lot. Um, they didn't lie when they said it was a big light. Texas highway light. That's not bad. I could do something with that. For sure, I could do something with that. Okay, let's go with it. So Texas street light, man. They're real specific about where the street light comes from. Man, it's like really weird to move though. I hate when they do that. Because of the way things are laid out, the movement is super strange. So let's put it here. I'm gonna put it next to the carts. That makes sense, right? When you go to the Walmarts, I don't know what Gary's mod is, Colton. Don't make fun of me. Don't you do it. Anyway, it makes sense that when you go to the carts, right, there would be a light near the carts. So again, what we did on the last lights, I can show you over here. We use little like concrete stands on them. So I'm gonna say that concrete stands belong under these two part cylinder. It's going to be made of material concrete. All right, let's move it over here, over there. Rotate this around. I'm going to do my rotation lock so I can get it perfectly straight, and then we will scale her up. So it's going to be kind of large, actually. So I've got a thought here. I'm thinking that there'll be something strung across two lights. I'll put the same light over there. I think. Let's move this again. All right, we'll put it right to there. And then we'll rotate it because nobody... Oh, man, the rotation's all weird, too. Dang. All right, maybe this will give me the proper rotation. Ah, it does. Sweet. If I merge them together, I get proper location and movement. So we'll put this between the cart stalls. Sure. And we'll duplicate it and put it over there as well. So this actually belongs in the car rows here. I'm gonna group these and call them uh, lamp. Sure, not lap. Come on, lamp. All right, we'll duplicate that. Duplicate and put one here as well, and I will rotate this sucker. It's gonna be a well lit area. We're gonna rotate it all the way around. I guess I gotta move it again. We'll move it back here. Okay, so you can see there's opposing lamps. My thought is that I'm going to hang something between them, and then I'm going to allow the players to like climb up. So it's going to be pretty high up, actually. Okay, so that works there. Now we'll go to level 5. It's got to be some kind of... What would I hang between these? Maybe a banner. That's super helpful. Thank you, people, for a banner. I think I can make a banner. Why not? We'll do this. How about rope? Do I have anything for rope? Rope can climb. Oh, that's cool. I could do a rope can climb. Oh, is it just like a pretty terrible looking rope, to be honest with you? Like, what kind of rope is this? It looks pretty pitiful. I mean, I could... It looks like a piece of metal. Not so happy with that one. Let me see. Rope? No? That one's kind of bad too. Man, I gotta get... no, I don't want 2 of those pieces of junk. Delete. Alright. There's gotta be something better. Let's see what they got. That's a terrible piece of rope too. People just put some junk together here. I'm relying on other people to have built these properly. Maybe that's my problem. Wrestling rope. What the heck is that? Rope in the jungle. That's more like it. It still looks pretty terrible, actually. Is it square? God, square rope. Delete. People give me some good rope here. I mean, it's not bad, just curve. Arrgh. I want something better. I don't want it to look junky. Okay. Alright. Rope bridge. I don't want a rope bridge either. What should I do? I mean, I may have to just do this weird looking rope can climb. I'll colorize it. Maybe I'll colorize it really light. Maybe that'll make it look better. Looks pretty pitiful. Okay, well, we'll go with it, right? So we're gonna assume that someone has like tied it off to this. We're gonna put it in 5. We're gonna rotate it this away. We're gonna have to make some concessions and welds, I believe. Insert object folder. Rename it. Okay, cross rope. So I'm gonna put the ropes that form the like betwixt the light here. Okay, so that would be, I mean, tied off to say maybe. I'm gonna duplicate this. Duplicate. Rotate? No. I don't want to rotate it. I want to transform it. It didn't give me the controls that I want. Okay, we're going to move it. But if I move it, I'm going to be way over here. Okay. Rotate it. Can I rotate it back up to flat? Maybe that's it. Maybe I'm just 22 degrees off. Okay, I can do that. I'll rotate it 22 degrees in the other direction over here. And then I will see it lines up. Okay. So I get it here, move it, rotate it again. All right, so that's pretty close, right? It looks very similar. So there's now this weird piece of rope hanging over there. I may have to relocate the vent, push it back. I want the vent like right underneath this thing. Duplicate the rope again. Rotate it to flat. Move it to here. And I'm going to make the ends touch, basically. So we're going to have this like 3-piece rope apparati. Now Keith. All right. Now we scale this end out to touch as well. No, 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 no. We don't want that to happen. Why did that happen? I don't want it to get super chunky. That just seems odd. There'd be this much larger section of rope in the middle. I don't know. That may be as good as I can get for that. Okay, so let's merge these, group them. Can I do a union? Compatible instances. Oh, I get it. It's because of this. It's okay. We'll just model. Okay, so I have my rope there, and it's climbable, so if somebody were to get on it, they could just do random things. Let's take my vent and scoot it back a hair. I want it to be kind of right under this rope bridge. Okay, there's that. So there's a rope hanging between these lights, and there is a vent down here. All right, now let's build a part as a sign, basically. I'll rotate this too. Move it. So this is going to be like somebody hung a banner in between the car rows. That's what I'm going for here. Just going to move it, scale it to fit. I need it to be pretty thin because a banner is not a thick thing. And then we'll pull it here and here. And then there. And there's a banner. So it's as if somebody just hung a banner between these two lampposts, right? That's kind of what I'm going for. We'll change the material to like a plastic. It's just so plain. Once we got fabric. Can we do fabric? Oh, that's weird. Oh, that's what they're using for the rope, I suppose. What does the white fabric look like? Nah, it looks like junk. Smooth plastic. Sure, that looks like a banner. So they hung a banner there. I will eventually make a decal to put on there that will represent some kind of saying, right? So anyway, they hung a banner between these two lampposts. That seems to make sense. That's not too uncommon to see. Now what we're going to do is we're going to have the players climb up to this. But first, we are going to put a couple of roadblocks in. These, I like these, are stop signs. I like these. Let's see what this looks like. That looks good. That looks real good, actually. So we're going to take these barriers, level 5, move them around. All right, so basically this is saying, do not enter this area. And then I'm going to make the kill area inside of here. So if they were to fall from whatever we're doing up here, they would fall into this. Um, I'm going to rotate this a bit, kind of like it was haphazardly put in here. Turn off my rotation lock. There we go. All right, so there's a couple of barriers that say do not come in this way. All right. Now I've got to find a way. So my thought was that I'd make something hang from here, pretty much. Like they threw something over it, maybe. I saw some stuff in rope that looked promising. There's some like rope ladders, mesh ropes. I don't know about that. Rope climbing. They have a lot of rope bridges. Rope. Basic rope. Lots and lots of different ropey things. But not really what I'm looking for. I thought maybe I'd use some more rope to kind of make it a climbable obstacle, but that's going to be an issue, I think. So let me just get a big old ladder. How about that? So a new ladder. I mean, that's not a bad looking ladder. Steel ladder. That's not wooden ladder. Much too small. All right. Modern ladder. I mean, it's just real plain. What's this ladder? Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Like somebody was up there working on the banner. That's what I'm after here. Yes, baby.
Can I sit down on the floor and watch you?
Yes. All right. So we're gonna say someone was like up here working in the parking lot. Why not? Put it off to one side. Why don't we? But over here. Don't know that it's touching the ground yet either. There we go. Now it is. There, it touches the ground. Aha! Come back. Gotta find my weld point. There we go. By the way, I need to make sure all this stuff is anchored, because if it's not, it's gonna fly away into Nowhereville. Let me rotate this. Move it some more. All right. So somebody was setting up a ladder here in the parking lot to do some work. That's believable. I'm going to put a couple wood planks up here. Let's see what this wood plank looks like. It has some good votes. That's too nice. A plank of wood. Too nice. Wood plank. This one? That looks worse. All right. Let's see. We'll use this realistic wood plate. Son. Now all the kids are in here. Okay. Let's see how far we'd have to go. So I'm going. Hold on, son. Nope.
Go. Just go. Oh
no. All right. So this would be here. Man, it's gonna be hard to line it up at the top of this ladder. All right. The idea is that it would be like leaned on this ladder and then appropriately rotated.
Uh,
Oh man, it's like way off. Okay.
okay.
Scale. I can't scale it.
It's quite there.
You share the stream if you want to, Jeremy. It doesn't matter. Ah, man, I just can't scale it. Maybe I need to make my own. Man, that's gonna be rough. So I don't want to get it too close. Alright. Alright, let's see. See what I can do. Okay, so that's laying on there. Now I guess I can move the ladder. Let's see if I can move the ladder any closer. But still, that's like it gives me a problem here because that plank does not touch the ladder at that angle, but I don't have much. Let's see. Don't have much to go on there. And I can't really scale this because of the weirdness of the angle that it's at. I don't want some big, huge piece of wood. Okay, we're using these different wood. I can't do it. Okay, we're gonna use a 2x4. Let's see if we have a 2x4 in here. Surely those exist. That has somebody's picture nailed to it. Probably not what I want. That is super duper plain. All right, whatever. I see what they're doing with this. They're really just, I mean, honestly, they're just, ooh, barbed. That's cool. They're just using a part. So let's just use a part. Why not? We'll scale it down thinly, and we will scale it out this way appropriately, so it's long enough, and then we'll give it a material, and we will color it lightly. See, I mean, that looks like a plank of wood. That looks like a better plank of wood than the other ones I found, honestly. I'll rotate this. Nope. Nope, nope. And that rotation. Okay. Now let's move it around. And see where the ladder is going to have to sit. In order to make this work. So, okay, there's that. Now the ladder has to back up a bit. So a little less rotation on this. Split the difference and move it up. That looks better. Now I can move the ladder where it needs to go permanently. We're going to move this into here too. Okay, the ladder. Back it up a bit and move it over. All right. So someone has like laid a plank of wood up over this banner. Son, you can't leave that up here. Children. All right. Somebody's laid a plank of wood on top of this ladder. Be careful, son. And they have to get through that. Now, when we get to the other side, I think I'm going to put another ladder in. Let's put another ladder in. Duplicate, duplicate. Thank you, Brian. Oh, no, son. Be careful. He always tries to play everything when we play. All right. So I'm going to put another piece of wood in. I'm going to duplicate this wood. And then I'm going to pull it and rotate it. So they're going to come up that one wood plank and down another. And we're going to have to do the same thing with the sizing there. So bear with me while I get all the sizing right. And then they're going to come over to this other ladder. And we're probably going to put another vent in, I imagine. Man, this whole thing with moving the ladder and it being so strangely oriented really killing me. All right. All right, so I can get 2 feet on it. Almost 4. I will split the difference. It'll be fine. Oh, I didn't realize. Is that ladder like in the ground? Ah, it is in the ground. Okay, that's okay. This one will be a little taller. Um, we shall. I wonder if I can scale this without. Yes, I can. Thank goodness. It's not a weird scaling. So if I do that, move it up, and then scale it until it would meet, and then move the ladder over to meet it. How far off am I? No, I'm not far off at all. So I just scale it a little bit more. And then there you go. So now we have 2 ladders connected by wood crossing this gigantic steaming grate. So let's add another one of these. Duplicate that and move it. Okay, so there'll be another one right here. So 2 of those vents. Yeah, and I mean, it's on a theme, right? But it's not a perfect theme. I mean, obviously, a car wreck has nothing to do with the virus, but the things that do have to do with the virus, I don't know if everybody noticed yet, but there's toilet paper involved here. And at some point, I'm gonna find some like killer wasps or something to throw in. I may make the sign some kind of notice about warning for killer wasps. That sounds like a good idea. All right, so there's that. Now I've got to find a way to the ground. So I'm gonna reuse a light. Yes, work light. I'm gonna reuse a work light. So we used this one before. Where is it at? I know it's in here. I just saw it a little bit ago. May have to go pull it from another level. I'd rather not. It's easier to spawn it back in. Okay, let's pull it from level 3. I think it's level 3. So this work light right here. Floodlight. All right, duplicate the floodlight. Nope, 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 not traps. Yeah, it's gonna be escape the. I haven't decided on the name actually, Brian. Like it's either gonna be escape the virus obby, or it's gonna be like escape 2020 obby. I can't decide if I want to stick to a complete virus theme or if I'm going to get it to be more, everything that's happened this year, basically. But so far the goal is you have to make it through this parking lot to get into the store, and then once you get into the store, I'm going to make the goal pretty much that you have to get like the last of whatever items are left in there, because it's been a challenge for some people to find things they need during all of this. What, buddy? What, buddy? Yeah, kitty. Kitty's in here. All right, so we're gonna put the work light right here on this other side. I don't want to get it into my barrier. I want to get it close, but not into it. All right. So I'm gonna find a way to connect that ladder to this work light. Maybe use a little more caution tape or some rope. Oh no, son. You can't have these. He's got my Etsy shipping labels that I printed earlier. Alright. So now that I've got that, let me move this into number 5. It's way down here. Scroll. Scroll fast. Alright. Put it in 5. Son, stop, buddy. And then I need to get some caution tape that I believe is also up here. Let me minimize some of this junk. All right, I don't need all this junk to be open. We'll close it up. Daenerys. My cat's name is Daenerys. Yes. Don't be surprised. Path. All right, so I have a caution tape path over here. Let me just steal some of my caution tape, basically. We're going to use some caution tape again. We'll duplicate the caution tape, move it into 5 as well. I wish I could see. It like automatically kicks me over into the wrong place. We'll assume it's there. It is. All right. So let's just move this piece of caution tape all the way down. Get it in place. Get it up a little bit here. Cool thing about this caution tape, if you guys didn't see the other video, is that as I stretch it, it actually, like the words caution appear more and more, which is kind of neat. All right, so we will tie some caution tape to what is basically the top of the ladder, and we'll rotate it down. Oh, my cat is totally trying to eat my headphones. Oh, sorry about the camera. She's in the middle of it. Ah, Annie. Bad kitty. I have to go get her in a second, probably. Hold on a second. All right, so we were moving this down. And then we're going to kind of like, I want to give it a pretty steep angle. So that it looks like it's kind of falling. All right, put it there. Make another piece. Stretch it out. I'm going to rotate it a bit so that you got to kind of move with it. And then I'm going to rotate it. It's still going down the right way. Hold on a minute. I got to grab my cat. If you have cats at home, you'll understand. Cat trying to sleep on my printer. Not a good plan, girl. Oh, okay. Okay. Kitty is taken care of. No one will be messing with the camera. Hopefully. Now. All right. So that's the second piece of caution tape. Let's do another one. Duplicate. And the idea is that it's gonna like wind up over here on this light, so I am gonna have to rotate it a little more severely to get it in that path. And it's gonna lean a bit, but you know, real caution tape would do that. Duplicate. Rotate. There we go. Move. So we're just going to rotate these a little at a time. I'm going to have to back this one up. I have to back this one up too. I don't like that gap. There we go. Back this up a little bit more. So it's welded. All right. So the idea is we're going to wind up right here. That is the goal. Duplicate. Rotate. Some more. Let's see how like off kilter it is. It's pretty off kilter. It's kind of good though. It makes it a little more difficult. All right. Do I need to come down? Nope. One more caution tape. Duplicate. All right. So this one we'll have to true up where it winds up. So we'll rotate it a little bit more here and move it. And it winds up almost where I want it. So we're going to have to rotate it down. I think that's too much. All right, let's try it there. Movement down. That's just about right. Okay. And then duplicate again. And we'll make one come like off of this light. Actually, yeah, we'll do that, and then I'm gonna add a part between them so it doesn't look like they, you know, weren't attached somehow. I'm gonna rotate it back this way, and then down. Give it a pretty steep angle, so it doesn't have to be super long for them to get off of this object. And then we're going to scale it out to the ground. All right. right, so that's good. The caution tape goes to the ground. We'll duplicate this one again, and we will rotate it and scale it and move it so that it bridges this little gap. I just don't want it to look like it's two different pieces of caution tape. It's not my jam. All right. Should be one piece of caution tape. All right, now I'll move this into place. I have to come down a lot. Then we'll rotate a little bit more on this axis. Move it. There we go. So it's not perfect, right? Not perfect. But I'm making a lot of effort to make it look decent. Like I said, a lot of people who make obbies just throw this stuff together with very little consideration for functionality or looks at all. I'm not about that. I want it to be somewhat believable. I mean, I don't know why there'd be caution tape tied to that ladder, but sure, there could be caution tape tied to that ladder. It's entirely plausible, right? All right. Yes, it is Roblox, Colton. I think he was referring to what the obby's name is. Um, I hope that's what you're referring to, Brian. Okay, so I used some barriers back here. I'm going to duplicate those two and move them over here because I don't want the players to think just because they've made it through here, they can just go trolling through my area. Duplicate. Use two. Rotate this one. We're going to haphazardly place it right here. Rotate it back a bit. All right. So there's my barrier saying, do not enter this area. And you can clearly say that the green smoke is never good. So that should be a pretty good giveaway that they shouldn't be hanging around in there. Let me insert a folder for rename for traps, and then we're going to fill this with the same kind of thing we did back here. Of course, this will be full of people at some point, but this one is just an empty box basically. So we're just going to fill it with a box that the players will never actually see. It will be completely transparent when we're done, but for now it won't be. All right, move down, up. All right, let's scale this, and it's not going to be transparent at all right now. I just want to see where it's going. I want to make it to where there's no way the players can somehow get around the death area that is going to exist here. So basically what's going to happen is if they fall, if they get within, that's pretty reasonable, that amount of the ground, they will die. And in order to do that, we make it force field. So see how it kind of goes away. It'll be more clear when I'm done. I'm going to make it completely transparent. But for now, it is that. And then we have, I'll put that under traps. I got to put a script on this. So there's a little kill script that I have. I can just steal it from one of these, this kill script here. And I'll open it up so you see. It's real simple. Basically on touch part, it sets the health of the player to 0. So insta-death. Pretty straightforward. It's in a lot of obbies. So we're going to paste into that. So now if they fall and they hit this block of nothing, basically, they will die. Which is exactly what we're going for. All right, Brian. Yeah, my Roblox name, I'll put it in the chat after the video. Well, actually, I can just type T now. We'll do that. I really don't have a whole lot of friends on Roblox. I don't play much other than with my daughter and my wife. So, yeah, go ahead, add me. All right. So we have I'm gonna have to add a spawn location over here, and I'll show you how those work too. I have all these set up. Duplicate. So after you make it through this treacherous pit of bad fumes, you can stand on this spawn location. I think I'm going to force the players to like go do something in this area too. I don't want to leave it just like empty. All right. There's my spawn location, and as always, we will add a hand sanitizer station because it's important to keep your hands clean. Yeah, I will. Next time I'm on Roblox, which I'll probably be on after I get done with this video, I will add you for sure. Oh yeah, you can see my username in the corner. I didn't have to type it at all. I didn't think about that. All right. So this one goes in 5, and this one goes in 5. So what we do for the spawn locations, it's actually a built-in system inside of Roblox. If you look down here in the spawn location, teams, right? So I'm allow team change on touch, definitely. Deep blue is my last one, so this next one is going to be dark blue. So the color is associated with this team thing down here. So I'm going to say level 6, or I'm going to insert object for team, rename the team level 6, and then I'm going to set the team color dark blue. So now, whenever somebody touches it, they get saved as that team, and then, yeah, when they get saved as that team, they will respawn there next time. So I'm going to go ahead and try this section. In fact, I'm going to try both of these. I have not yet tried the pizza boxes. Let's see. Let's see what the pizza boxes do for us. I'm going to test here. So right here on this spot, we shall test. We will see how it works. Hopefully I can climb these ladders. I didn't necessarily check that they were climbable. I'm going to save this real quick before I get too far. Alright, so you see I am level 14. Sanitize my hands before I get started. Alright. Now I'm going to touch a pizza box. I die. So I've already trapped the pizza boxes. So once I respawn, we'll try to get through the pizza box traps. Ah! I went forward before I jumped. Yes, I die a lot in obbies. So I know how to die in obbies, which means I should be able to to know how to kill people in obbies. Man, the pizza boxes are super, super shiny, aren't they? I need to change the reflectivity of those, I think. Okay, I made it. And see, now I'm on team 5. So if I climb this ladder, which my animations are not working right now. Oh no! My wood wasn't anchored. I can't do anything. I'm gonna fall off. Ooh, I didn't die. Why didn't I die? There's a force field down here. Did my force field not get anchored either? Did it fall through the world? My banner fell off? Oh man, that's terrible. I thought I checked anchoring on these things. So I'm going to stop that and let us reassess. So level 5, we're talking about traps. That was not anchored, that's why it went away. Barrier, all this stuff should be permanently anchored. Ladder, caution tapes are all anchored. That part was not. Yeah. Anchor. Okay, now all those parts are anchored. Let's try it again, but I'm going to skip the boxes this time. We're just going to play from here. Test. Play here. Now we shouldn't have any roving parts. It should all be there when I spawn. And if I fall, I should die. That is the goal. Okay, yes. See, so my death zone is visible now. Oh, look, my animation worked. Wait for a second. Alright, so I climb the ladder. I go up the wood plank. Go down the caution tape. Alright, and I'm on to this one, level 6. Now I want to check that I die when I fall. Yes, instantly death. Alright, that's what I wanted. So it all works now. Cool. And then I spawn correctly. Alright, so for this next level, let's see. What do I want to do for this next level? I have about 15 more minutes left to play. What can I get done in 15 minutes? I need to come back and make something for that banner. That banner is so plain. Alright, so I have this whole section over here. Like, you can see that I barriered off. This is the beginning of it. So I may do another barrier wall here, but I'm going to place some things in here. I don't want this to look like empty, so I may just place, I don't know, a crowd or something over there. I want it to be pretty busy in here and have a lot to look at. So let's go ahead and go back to my barrier roads. So I've got a bunch of predefined barriers. I'll duplicate this one since it's close. And I'm just going to push it back. Yeah, we're going to barrier off there. And then I'm going to scale it to over here. All right, so that part is an inaccessible area of the map, basically, this area over here. I will find something to fill that area. Another thing that I need to do, I'm going to duplicate that other part again. Drag it over. We are going to put a barrier here so that nobody gets to the vehicles. The vehicles are a no-no. Yeah, the anchoring part, like they don't auto-anchor anymore. Should auto-anchor, but they're not. Okay, so that's good. Now, before we get too far as well, I'm going to take the same barrier that I have here, if I can find it. I have a lot of barriers. Actually, I'm going to take this one because it should be pretty close to accurate and duplicate it. How come that none of these anchors are barriered? Duplicate. None of these barriers are anchored. How did I say anchors are barriered? Man, it's been a long day. All right, stretch that out. And then go back to this one and stretch it. And the goal is to get them to meet at a point down here. All right, so they do. So now nobody can get to the rows of cars. Because, I mean, the cars are not a drivable feature in this particular map. All right, I'm going to steal this one from down here. And I'm going to move it into this position. So that nobody can get into the vehicle portion of this level. Duplicate. Yeah, I think it's going to be a fun obby, Brian. It's going to be challenging. It's not going to be like so tedious people will hate playing it. That's hopefully not that, but it'll have some challenging components. It'll have some easy components. Hopefully, a little something for everybody. That's the idea. Those meet enough. All right. So I've zigzagged it off. You can see from up here kind of what it looks like. So you start here, you zig through all this stuff, you zag through all this stuff, and then I have this big area. So I've got to come up with a big thing. I want to do some rotating objects in here. I think that's where I want to go next. So I may do some kind of like hazardous material over here. I don't know. I'm thinking in the barrels rotate, and maybe as they rotate, there's some kind of line on them that if you touch it, it would kill you. So you got to jump on intervals. I think that might be a good way to go there. But yeah, hopefully I'm gonna get up to. I mean, we're on to level 6 now. Let me insert an object before I forget to add a level 6 folder. 6. So I'm thinking there's going to be 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There may be like 12 levels in the parking lot. and then I'm going to build out the store. So once you go through the doors, the idea is that once you make it through the doors, there's going to be some stuff congratulating you for making it finally to the store. And then you go through these doors, and there'll be I'm going to build a back end here so it doesn't look like just an empty nothing. And actually, that's what that plate over there is. That'll be the inside of the store. I haven't started working on that plate yet. But it will transport you over to that plate where you will play the inside of the store, where we will have a lot more things to work with. So parking lots are normally pretty barren places, right? And there's not a whole lot of features in parking lots, so it's hard to find objects that make sense. Some of this stuff obviously doesn't make the most sense, but it's all kind of on the same theme, I'm hoping. And when it's done, none of these walls will be visible. So it'll just look like an open parking lot. Now, if you try to walk into the walls, obviously you can't get through them. But it'll just look like an open parking lot. None of this stuff will be visible, and you're just going to see all the obstacles and things you have to go through. So I think it'll be kind of cool. So let's see. I might spend the last few minutes of gameplay actually playing this. Why don't we? So I'm going to test it again. Play here. Let's start at the beginning. Let's see if I can beat my own Obby. My own 5-level Obby. And it loads so much better than it did the other day. The other day I had a lot of problems with load time and lag. Man, I wish my animations worked. I don't know what is up with my character animations. Anyway, I gotta jump these boxes. Get on this cart. And I don't have my headphones on, but you should be able to hear that the carts make noise when you jump on them. Sanitize my hands. Alright, now we're on to the toilet papers. No! I was between the toilet papers. It's actually harder than it looks for the toilet paper, but I'll show you a secret if I can get to it. The way I laid them out. Ah, there we go. Okay. So if you don't jump, you can actually just walk between those. All right. Oh no! Too close to the caution tape. Oh man. Okay. I may have to skip this level. This level is too hard. I also don't know. I got to check the caution tape and make sure that for some reason, like it didn't, because it sits crooked, right? So the Roblox Studio doesn't know any. Ah, no, I fell between them. Roblox Studio doesn't know anything about like actual sizes of objects. It more knows about where the edges of the objects are, and so it makes everything into rectangles. So it's entirely possible that the caution things here, yeah, they're too big. Absolutely, they're too big. Let's stop. Oh, so that's not going to work. I may have to do something different there. I'll show you why. I'll show you what I'm talking about. So this is in level 2. Level 2. Traps. Hurdles. All right. Oh, no, they're not too big. They're not too big at all. So why am I having a problem? I shouldn't be. They should be, because it should. What it normally would do if they're an object that has any kind of like a mesh attached to it, this crookedness would actually cause it to make a rectangle from here, and instead of being square. Yeah, it's, the paper doesn't have my my kill stuff on it though. So it's, and I'm walking on the same, basically the exact same cardboard here, and it works, because if I touched any of this trash, it would not. So it may just be that I have them too close together, honestly. Let me just delete one, and I will move them around a bit. We're just going to make a few. We're not going to make it overly complicated, right? We will shore them up a bit here. Let's see if that's enough to get me through. I'll save this, and then we will play here. Hopefully it doesn't spawn me on a death point. All right. Load. All right, good. So I'm going to get my level 2, put me in team 2. toilet paper. No, I missed the toilet paper. They're so small. And I know it doesn't make any sense that there's toilet paper just floating midair, right? But hey, I've got to involve toilet paper anywhere I can in this level. Because toilet paper is a big deal in 2020. It's like kind of the mascot of 2020, a roll of toilet paper. At one point, it was nearly currency. Ah, come on. I'm bad at this. Yes. Okay. Ah, climb! Alright. So I am down here. Ah, man, I didn't touch it at all. Maybe they're too tall. Wait, that's what it is? Maybe they're too tall. Let's try it. Let's get them. Let's make them smaller. Bear with me. We will make these hurdles right. That's the thing about designing something like this is you have to just constantly try it and see. Scale. We're gonna scale this down quite a bit. Scale. Make them all about the same level. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to see. Let me play it again. So I stood on the paper right here. On the paper right here. See, I'll show you. They are. It's a little bit taller than this. So the traps down here. I don't know if I can get one. They're actually like embedded into the ground. So the blue line that denotes the trap is below the cardboard, just barely, right? It's not supposed to be very big. So it should be functioning. It could just be that they're too tall, and as I'm jumping over it, maybe my foot's touching it, and so it's killing me. That's what I'm thinking. I do know I've had that problem in other people's obbies, like they make the hurdles too big or something, and it makes them near impossible. So I don't want it to be that bad. Let's see. Let me get this real quick. My animation works. Oh, now I'm stuck in my animation. I'm constantly running. It's so tiring. Ah, I ran right off the toilet paper. Gotta do this all over again, but I don't make these turtles work. So this is the only one that I have like complicated spacing needs. All the other ones I don't have super complicated spacing needs. So look, if I stand on the cardboard, I'm fine. Ah, erg. Maybe there's like a little spot. You might be right, Brian. There may be something down there. I'm gonna try it on this side. See, I'm on the cardboard now. I'm basically the same level, right? But every time I touch it, I dead. Yeah. You might be right, Brian. Have to work through that one. I'm gonna skip this level because I can do that. I'll take you through it with the camera. All right. So yeah, you what you would do is jump on all this to this pile of trash. Now, okay, so I don't see any like areas, right? And that's totally above. Let me use the E key. E F E. E and Q, that's what it is. All right, so it's totally above the level of the trap. I'm gonna have to look down here. I'll work on that. Anyway, you would jump, you go through those, and then jump on this pile of carts again, and then you would jump on these trash cans, over to this bag of trash, and onto the lamp. The key is you have to jump onto the lamp. You're never going to make it if you don't. And then off the lamp onto this bag of trash. And then you would wind up here, which we will play here, because I need to fix those hurdles. So we will spawn here. Okay, spawning here. And that glitchy view right there is not going to be permanent. That's only because I don't have the visibility turned down. So I climb up this caution tape. Caution, do not enter. Go this way, onto the lamp. This way onto the ambulance. This way onto the hazmat truck. And then down onto this, where I change keeps. My pizza boxes again. Ah! I moved before I jumped. Those will get you, but I should spawn back. Yeah, right here. Okay. This one, and then the new one we just built. So it's all fairly easy. I mean, except for the obvious problem with my hurdles. It's all fairly easy. It's not super difficult. It just looks pretty. And then over here. It will get harder, though, I promise. Alright, so that's all I have for now. Oh, look, there's like a corner of a truck sticking out right there. That's all I got for now. We will definitely continue to work on this. There will be an episode 3. I'm hoping that, it may take me another, I don't know, it may take me another month or 2, honestly, to get this out. To get it all right and working well. But it will be released, and there won't be any, like, pay to play or pay to get cool things. Eventually, we may add some small stuff, but it'll be, if it's anything, it's going to be super cheap stuff, and it will only be cosmetic, and it will not allow you to get any better than anyone else just for paying money. I'm not into that. So if we do add any payables, they will all be cosmetic payables. But anyway, yeah, thanks for watching. We will continue to build this obby. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Be sure to like our Facebook page, facebook.com/NerdDadsLair. Continue to check that out for more about this obby and any release information we have. But like I said, it could be, I'd say 6 to 8 weeks. Yeah, I will definitely accept that friend request. And yeah, we'll work through that thing. Yeah, I'm about to end the stream for tonight. I gotta go help put the kids to bed. So, thank you guys for watching. We will catch you nerds later.